What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So today we finally are returning to our final exam on our CDL test. This is the replay of the first portion of the exam. Now I have to say this was absolutely hard. This took me way too many times to actually get, and as you guys can see, I went really fast through part of it, and the part that I was feeling good to begin with, and then after that it went downhill. It took me way too many tries, and then I eventually got it. I believe it took me about 10 different tries, but I mean, I would just ever so slightly hit a curb or hit a cone or anything like that, and it was just enough to make me fail the test again. So this is finally it. You guys are going to see I get really close to several different vehicles or several different cones and several different objects. And as you guys can see through here, I was flying through this section of it because I had felt really good. But then you'll see when I really start to get nervous because I really start to slow down. Now, one thing I will give him credit, this was really fun to do, and it was really hard to do. Added a nice little level of detail, nice little level of immersion, and a nice little level of difficulty to the game. It was really fun to do. Now, I did this one obviously different. I just jumped straight to the final exam. Figured you guys would enjoy that, or not straight to the final exam, I'm sorry, to my final run where I was able to pass. And right there you can see this part right here wasn't the hardest, but you'll see I get really close to a couple of curbs and a couple of cones. Now, I will say they were very particular on you can't make any mistakes in this. I did cut a turn just a little too short and hit up a curb, and they failed me for that. And I just ever so slightly grazed a cone. And right here you can actually see I got really close to the wall there. I did just ever so slightly graze a curb and they failed me. So I want to know from anybody that's actually taken a CDL test in real life, are you allowed to make any mistakes? Like, do you have a point system where you can make one or two mistakes at all? Or is it absolutely mistake free? Even all through this section right here, I felt good with. This is a really tight turn, and then I'm about to turn down an alleyway. I felt good on this. I mean, as you guys can see, I was flying through this section all the way up until the end. I'll tell you where I really started messing up and making mistakes. But I want to know through here, right here, you'll really see how close I got. I want to know from anybody that's actually taking their CDL test, are you allowed to make any mistakes? Can you just ever so slightly graze a cone? Do you get like 3 points before you fail or anything like that? 2 points before you fail? Please comment below and let me know. I feel like this might have been a little harder than what it probably was in real life. I'm not 100% sure. It was really hard. And right here, man, I got really close. And I was pretty sure I hit right there. It looks like I did, but surprisingly, they let that pass. So I'm sure I did hit and they let it pass there just because of the collision with the building. But anyways, I want to know, do you guys want to see me do this like actually in depth and watch how many times I failed like the previous tests that I've done? I did enjoy doing that a lot. Now this one was really tedious. You guys probably would have got old with it. Now something going forward, we are going to have to redo this again with a manual truck this time, or a manual long nose anyways, because I need my manual endorsement, of course. So I will be doing this again, and you guys will have to comment below and let me know if you want to see that one or if you just want me to go ahead and do it off camera. Comment it below. You guys know I'm always trying to entertain you and, you know, keep you up to date on what's going on. And I'm really enjoying the series, both this Driving Academy series and as well as my like rags to riches. And right there, I cut that turn a little short, but I actually cut it a little too short a time or two, and it failed me because I'll be honest, one of the times I was trying to take a shortcut and it failed me for it. But I am really enjoying this new series, and right after this video we are going to start the very next video you guys are going to see. We are going to start our trucking journey from basically zero to hero, or rags to riches. I've been calling it zero to hero and rags to riches because I'm not entirely sure what I want to call it going forward. You guys can comment below and let me know, but we're pretty much going to start off working for another company and then trying to start our own company, all using realistic driving economy. I mean, we're going to use it hard. It's going to be realistic driving physics. It's going to be hard economy. It's going to be really hard. And basically you're going to make less than $1 a mile. So that's kind of what I'm excited for, that challenge, I guess you can say. So you guys are going to have to comment below and let me know what y'all want to see for sure. But I am very excited. Finally glad to get through this final exam. This was hard. Like I said, I'm not going to lie. This one was really hard. and I'm excited to move forward. Now, once again, I've got to keep this fresh in my mind because we are going to have to do this all again. I really feel like this final exam was harder than driving trucks in the game, obviously, because I've been driving trucks in the game for so long, but I've never like really honed my skills or anything like that. But this test right here has definitely made me hone my skills. And now it's going to be funny because this very next time we actually drive in the game in real life, or in the game actually just driving, picking up cargo and stuff and hauling loads, I feel like it's going to be a lot easier. I guess we'll see. But this one was really, really hard. I highly recommend it if you've never done the driving academy, or if you just want to hone your skills or tighten up or get better, especially in first person. You guys need to remember I did this entire test in first person. My entire CDL training from number one all the way to what you see now, I did it completely in first person. And I'll be honest, I do struggle in first person, especially with depth perception, or my perception of depth, whatever you want to call it. And I feel like this test actually really, really helped me, or at least this whole driving academy really helped me kind of gauge my level of depth, anyways. And it's really helped me drive in first person. So I've actually have been very, very happy about that. It does seem like the driving academy actually is doing something for me, at least in real life, anyways. It's helping me hone my skills, which inevitably will help me hone my videos for you guys, making better videos. I would love to do two other things in this video. I actually got really close right here. You'll see I slammed on my brakes. I was like, oh man, I almost messed up right there. I have two videos that I've thought about making for this. So one, I want to know if you guys want to see me like actually go through this whole driving academy, do a live stream where you guys are going to live see me absolutely mess up and make mistakes, and we can interact with each other. This was actually pretty fun and entertaining for myself to actually do. So maybe a live stream would be fun for you guys. You guys are going to actually get to see how many mistakes I make, and get to see how bad I mess up and everything. So you guys may enjoy that. Please comment it below if you want to see that. It actually shows that that's hilarious. It showed the gate not opening, but it did open for me. So I would love to know if you guys want to see that. Now, the other video idea that I have for this that I think you guys are going to really, really enjoy will actually be a speed run through this test here to see how fast can I get through there, and kind of set a time limit on it and see if you guys can beat it or not. I think that would be pretty entertaining. We can all be pretty competitive with each other. I think that would be a lot of fun. So you guys are going to have to comment it below and let me know. And I'm also looking for, different ideas on what y'all want to see me do next in the game, whether it's a specific truck build, a specific haul, do any kind of special cargo. Right here I hit the curb a little bit, but that's to be expected. But I actually felt really good with even doing this backing in first person. I'm glad they made me back this way and not the blind spot side, because that would have taken me a long time. But every time I made it this far in the test, I just whipped this truck in there first time. Now, this time I do go a little on the slower side just because of the fact that I made no mistakes and I knew all I had to do was park it perfectly, and I passed. So every other time if I made a mistake, I did see the course all the way through and try to finish it. And most of the time, if I already made a mistake, I knew I was going to fail the course anyways. So I just whipped through it as quick as I possibly could. Now, once again, I absolutely enjoyed making this video, so you guys are going to have to comment below and let me know what exactly is it you want to see next. Or do you want to see more of this kind of stuff, or what? I'm always open to suggestions. I'm always taking what you guys say. I'm also open for any suggestions on how to be a little bit better of a driver. One guy commented just turn your head, stick your head out the window, which is what I did a lot in first person backing, as well as another guy just said slow down. And that was true. As I slowed down, I did get better. So I'm always open for suggestions. All right, so we have finally completed our final exam, the last part of it. Now, this one was actually really easy to me. This one was the parking part of it, and I actually whipped through here pretty quickly. Now, again, I wasn't sure if you guys wanted to see like the whole me inside the cab view and me narrating as I go, or if you wanted to see the replay of it. So I'm just showing you guys the replay of it. Now, I do plan on coming back and doing this with a long nose truck like a Peterbilt or a Kenworth W900 to try and get my manual endorsement, because it will be a manual. Because for those of you guys that didn't miss that or missed it in the beginning, this was done in an automatic truck. So I do still have to come back and get my manual endorsement And I wanted to know, how do you guys want to see this? Do you guys want to see me do this just like I have been, like these, where I'm showing you the replay of me completing it? Or do you want to see me fail and see how many times I actually fail doing these tests? And you'll see I got pretty close several times. So it was pretty entertaining to watch. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. This was pretty awesome to do, but I am very excited. I have to say, we are finally getting our CDL. We finally got our CDL. So now it's all about, you can see right there how close I got. And so now it's all about trying to get us our first driving job. Now we're going to kind of start out, if you will, as an independent contractor, picking up jobs for people and other companies, you know, when people call out sick or what have you. We're going to end up working through that to try and get ourselves to our own company and be able to buy our own truck, buy our own trailer, and so on and so forth. But we are doing this completely with realistic economy as well as realistic physics and everything like that. So it's going to be a challenge. It's going to be a lot of work and a lot of grinding. So I hope you guys are enjoying the series. And like I said, I got really, really close several times. So I hope you guys have actually enjoyed this. I've had a lot of fun doing these. These tests were very, very fun. And honestly, some of them were really, really hard as well, too. So I would love to know from you guys whether or not you want to actually see me go through the test completely. For those of you that may have missed it, also, I did do this completely in first person as well. So added an extra challenge to it being in first person. I do plan on doing it again for the long nose vehicles that are also manual as well to get my manual endorsement. You'll see how close I got to failing several times. Now, another really good video I think I'm going to do, a couple other really good videos we're going to do on the channel. One, I would love to do a speed run through this test so you guys can see exactly how fast I can get these done on the final exam. Both this was part 2 and part 1 of the final exam. I think would be a lot of fun to do. So you guys are going to have to comment below and let me know if you want to see that. I look forward to hearing back from you. But anyways, this was absolutely awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed this series. And as always, guys, thank y'all for watching.